Let me paint a very normal student scenario. You wake up, check your phone, and see you still have some money left. Not a lot, but enough. So you grab coffee before class, maybe $3, then a snack between lectures, another $4. After a long day, you're tired. So you order food instead of cooking, $10, maybe $12. At night, you buy something small online, nothing serious, just a small purchase. Individually, every decision feels harmless, reasonable, normal. And here's the strange part. You didn't buy a new phone. You didn't book a trip. You didn't make any big, irresponsible purchase. Yet, at the end of the month, your money is almost gone. So where did all the money actually go? Wait, how is it possible to run out of money without ever making a single big mistake? My name is Eric, and I spend way too much time thinking about how small financial decisions quietly shape our lives. If you like calm, honest breakdowns like this, consider subscribing. I make videos that explain money in a simple and realistic way. Here's the thing. The biggest money mistake students make is not overspending on big things. It's a slowly overspending on small, comfortable things that never feel dangerous. And because they don't feel dangerous, they never get questioned. This matters more than people think because student habits don't stay in student life. They become adult financial habits. And most students misunderstand one key idea. Small spending is not the same as harmless spending. First, small expenses feel invisible. The claim here is simple. Small daily spending feels too insignificant to track, so it quietly grows. Let's say a student spends $4 on coffee, $6 on snacks, $10 on food delivery. That's $20 a day. Now, $20 doesn't feel like a problem. It feels manageable, almost cheap. But over 30 days, that's $600. Here's what students think. It's just small daily spending. What's actually happening? You've created a $600 monthly lifestyle without consciously choosing it. It's like a slow leak in a bottle. You don't notice the leak until the bottle is empty. Second, irregular income creates fake comfort. Most students don't earn money in a stable way. They get money in chunks: allowance, part-time salary, freelance work, support from family. For example, you receive $300 at the start of the month. In the first week, spending feels easy, relaxed, safe. You think, I still have plenty left. But here's what people misunderstand. You're not just spending money, you're compressing your entire month's budget into the first few days. So by week 3, the balance feels tight. And by week 4, it feels stressful. Here's what students think. I don't earn enough. What's actually happening? The timing of spending is the real problem. It's like eating all your weekly groceries in 2 days and then blaming the fridge for being empty. Third, lifestyle inflation starts early. This one is subtle. The moment students get a little more financial freedom, their spending quietly upgrades. Cheaper meals become food delivery. Free apps become paid subscriptions. Walking becomes ride-hailing. Basic needs become comfort spending. Let's say home-cooked meal, $3, food delivery, $10. That's a $7 difference 3 times a week. That's about $84 per month. Add snacks, coffee, and small upgrades, and suddenly your lifestyle costs double without you noticing. Here's what students think. My life is just more convenient now. What's actually happening? Your expenses are rising faster than your awareness, like slowly increasing the volume on music. You don't notice how loud it gets until it's overwhelming. Fourth, the subscription illusion. Students love subscriptions, music, streaming platforms, cloud storage, premium apps, learning tools. Each one feels tiny, $3, $5, $8. Let's say you have 5 subscriptions averaging $7. That's $35 per month, $420 per year. And that's for services you might not even use daily. Here's what students think. It's just a small monthly fee. What's actually happening? You're building fixed expenses before building a stable income. It's like adding weight to a backpack before a long journey. Individually light, collectively heavy. Fifth, not tracking money at all. This might be the most common mistake. The students estimate their spending. They don't track it. They say, I think I spend around $200 a month. But when they actually check, it's often $400 or $500 because small payments are forgettable. $2, $5, $8. They disappear from memory instantly. Here's what people think. I don't really spend that much. What's actually happening? Your money is being spent unconsciously, like walking with tiny holes in your pocket all day long. Let's run the math. A realistic student example, coffee and snacks, $5 per day to $150 per month. Food delivery, $80 per month. Subscriptions, $35 per month. Transport upgrades, $60 per month. Random small purchases, $5 per day to $150 per month. Total monthly spending, about $475. Over 1 year, $475 times 12 equals $5,700, almost $6,000. Not on luxury, not on big purchases, just on normal, comfortable spending. And here's the uncomfortable part. If even half of that amount was saved or invested consistently, it could grow quietly over time. Not from genius investing, not from extreme discipline, just from awareness and consistency. 6. Why this mistake feels so normal. Because everyone around you spends the same way. Friends order food, buy small things, upgrade convenience, spend casually. It looks normal, feels normal, sounds harmless. And visible spending always feels more rewarding than invisible saving. Saving is slow, quiet, almost boring. Spending is instant, emotional, tangible. Driving a new lifestyle feels like progress, even when your finances stay the same. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A student can look financially fine on the outside while slowly draining money on the inside, like using a blowtorch to light a candle. Yes, it works, but it wastes far more energy than necessary. So what's the real takeaway? Being a student is not the problem. Low income is not the real mistake either. The real mistake is building careless money habits during the years when your financial habits are forming the fastest, and a small, repeated decisions matter more than big, dramatic ones. A few practical rules of thumb. First, track every expense for at least 30 days. Awareness changes behavior instantly. Second, delay small impulse purchases by 24 hours. Most of them lose their appeal. Third, treat subscriptions like bills, not entertainment. Fourth, set a weekly spending limit instead of a monthly guess. Fifth, remember that convenience always has a hidden cost. Here's the mindset shift. You don't run out of money because of one big mistake. You run out of money because of hundreds of small decisions that feel too normal to question. So instead of asking, can I afford this small purchase? Start asking, how many times am I repeating this decision every month? Because the difference between a student who is always broke and a student who builds financial stability usually isn't income. It's awareness. And once you become aware of where your small money goes, you stop wondering why your balance disappears. and start controlling where it actually goes.